Hello students and welcome to Standard 9 English study sessions. In today's session we are going to see the figures of speech in the first poem Life. We have already seen the poem, the explanation of the poem and other sections of the poem. Now it's time to see the in-text grammar of every lesson, that is 1.1 and 1.2. Of these two lessons, this week we are going to see the in-text grammar of these lessons. So now first is figures of speech line wise in the this poem. So let us see one by one what all are the figures of speech mentioned in this poem. Fine. So directly going towards the section Life. So this poem is explained, so no need to explain it again. Only we are going to see the figures of speech in every line. So do mark over there in your textbook so that you can write that afterwards. So first, life, believe, is not a dream. Here epigram figure of speech is used, which is used as a proverb or good thought. Epigram, which figure of speech? Epigram. Life, believe, is not a dream. So dark as sages say. Now here so and as words have come. So simile figure of speech. Second line, simile figure of speech. Third, oft a little morning rain, metaphor figure of speech. That is hidden comparison. Next, foretells a pleasant day. That is personification figure of speech. So first 4 lines check again. First line, life, believe, is not a dream. Epigram, so dark as sages say. Simile, oft a little morning rain. Metaphor, and foretells a pleasant day. Personification. Here morning rain is personified to tell, given human quality of foretelling. Okay. Next line, sometimes there are clouds of gloom. Again metaphor, clouds of gloom, hidden comparison. But these are transient all. Alliteration, the sound of the letter T is repeated for poetic effect. Alliteration. Next, if the shower will make the roses bloom, oh why lament its fall. This is rhetorical question or interrogation. Question mark has come, you can understand by that. So next 2 lines, second stanza, first line metaphor, second line alliteration, third and fourth line rhetorical question or you can say interrogation. Next, rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours fleet by. Here metaphor also and personification also, hidden comparison also personified. Life's sunny hours fleet by, this quality is given. Personified. So first 2 lines, third stanza, personification and metaphor. Next, gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them as they fly. Alliteration figure of speech. Here the letter T, the sound of the letter T is repeated for poetic effect. Then they fly. What though death at times steps in? In this line, personification figure of speech is used where death is personified. Next, and calls are best away, question mark, rhetorical question or interrogation, and calls are best away, rhetorical question or interrogation. Next, what though sorrow seems to win, alliteration, the sound of S is repeated for poetic effect, S sorrow, S seems. Next, o'er hope a heavy sway, again rhetorical question or interrogation. Next stanza, yet hope again elastic springs, personification, hope is personified. Unconquered though she fell, again the same, personified, hope is personified. Still buoyant are her golden wings, metaphor. Still strong to bear us well. Alliteration, sound of S is repeated for poetic effect. Check again this stanza, yet hope again elastic springs, personification. Unconquered though she fell, personification. Still buoyant are her golden wings, metaphor. Still strong to bear us well, alliteration. Manlessly, fearlessly, the day of trial bear. Again personification, these two lines. And last two lines, for gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair. Courage is personified and hence personification figure of speech. This way the whole poem contains epigram, simile, metaphor, personification and rhetorical question. These 5 plus alliteration, one more, 6 figures of speech are used in the whole poem. Line wise once again will repeat. First line epigram, second line simile, third line metaphor, fourth line personification, fifth line metaphor, sixth line alliteration, seventh and eighth line rhetorical question, 9th and 10th line personification and metaphor both, 11th 12th line alliteration, 13th line personification, 14th line rhetorical question, 15th line alliteration, 16th line rhetorical question, 17th line personification, 18th line personification, 19th line metaphor, 20th line alliteration, 21st and 22nd line personification, and 23rd and 24th line personification again. So this way all figures of speech you have to write down in your notebook as per the line. You have to write the line and then write the figure of speech and explain it also. So this was first poem, Life's first segment, that is figures of speech. Rest all in-text grammar related videos I have uploaded on my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that you can watch over there many other videos related to this part and much more. Okay, so study this carefully. Well, this is very important concept in our grammar. Okay, thank you.